Hey guys, so today was a big day. I have been waiting for this Loa On for weeks now, and normally I was just gonna watch the recap, but my subconscious mind woke me up like 5 minutes before it started, just in time to watch the whole thing from start to finish. And honestly, I got mixed feelings about this. So let's talk about what we got, and I'm also gonna add my opinion and what I would like to be different for each topic of interest. Starting off with the Mokoko and the new player system and all that, the Express event is pretty good with the gems and all. Getting a free level 7 gems at 1540 and level 8 gems at 1580 is nice, but it would also be nice if they gave us a free 5x3 at 1540 as well. And there's also two things that are super important that they didn't mention about the Express event, which is runes and the level 60 grind. In my opinion, they should add like temporary purple runes in the Express event to give people enough time to farm them, because gems by themselves are not enough. Tripods and runes are also a very big deal to how a class feels with its rotations and comfort. I'm also disappointed they did not talk about horizontal grind at all. And the RNG of drops. Players need to be able to get these things ASAP. I have more than 4,000 hours in this game and I still don't have legendary bleed. This is actually fucking insane. Islands are still a problem for new players because nobody else does them anymore. So new players are probably struggling to get the rewards out of them. There's a few other things they added for new players, which was the free 1415 relic set, the gold nerfs up to 1490, and the Mokoko buffs and the free crisis evasion that last up to normal Kai angle. There's also the free battle items, which is up to Congelenium, which is at 1465 I think, or 1475, and they also tried to tackle the Lost 30 deep dive and Lost Wind cliff grind by adding Balthor and delaying Armen to the Wandering Merchant rotation. I think that is pretty good, but I'm not sure if it's enough. I think they should do something like maybe adding an increased card drop rate for specific dungeons, as well as different weekly events where certain raids have a bigger chance of dropping a lot of salvation card, a deep dive card, or any other, a Lazenith card or something like that basically. What I mean is, for example, Valtan Raid should have its base card drop rate of 3% for example, for a legendary card. I'm not sure how much it is, but I think it's like 3 or 5%. But the chances of dropping Valtan cards should be like 5 or 10%. So that means if I'm missing Valtan cards, I would wanna target the Valtan raid to try and get it. And also, what I mean by weekly events, for example, on week 1, Clown could have an increased chance of dropping Light of Salvation by an X%. On the second week, I don't know, Brel has an increased chance of dropping a deep dive card or something like that. I think that would be pretty cool if they added something like that in the game, because let's be real, farming cards without spending money or grinding abyss runs is fucking insane. Like it's terrible. I'm still missing like 23 cards to get Lost 30. Like I'm not even close. But obviously I'm not grinding for this. We're also getting Soul Eater, that's fucking amazing. We're getting a new raid, that's pretty cool, but you know, it's gonna take long before this comes to our version, so whatever. We're getting new Guardian raids. We're also getting Hell Hanumatan, which is fucking cool. Funny enough, I actually kind of predicted that the next like Hell Guardian would be Hanu because of how cool this fight is. But honestly, regarding Hell content, I still don't understand why they haven't made the battle items free. I know they said that it kind of affects the economy, but let's be honest, the only times we saw an increase in price of battle items was at the release of every Hell content and on the release of Brel and Brel Hard pretty much. Hell content is super fun, but it's super unrewarding when it comes to your roster progression. If they don't want to make battle items permanently free, maybe just make events where battle items are free for that specific period, like once a month for an entire week, or a couple of days every 2 weeks for example. They also mentioned the problem with Brelshaza Gate 6 where you have to stop damage. I'm not sure how they're gonna fix that, but I'm all up for it. So far we don't really have that problem in Brelshaza Gate 6 hard because, well, we simply don't do enough damage, or we don't know how to do enough damage to need to wait for DPS. But what I would like them to do is nerf Gate 5 to at least allow 2 fails instead of 1. Because I fucking hate Gate 5, but I fucking love Gate 6. And I hate that I have to do Gate 5 to do Gate 6. I fucking hate it. We're also getting new legendary skins. The Yoshi's jar is getting reworked or whatever, but we don't even have that in our version, so I don't know what to talk about. A big change though that I really liked was the amulets and the tripods that we can get from endgame content. That was actually sick. And the increased drop rate of class accessories. Now this is huge because it's actually ridiculous the price of class engravings here in the West. Sending items to alts now will cost 0 Pheons. Holy shit, that was a big W. And the battle items are roster bound. Honestly, really good quality of life. And now this is also gonna make easier and cheaper to pre-build a class months before its release. So I'm really excited about that. But now for the biggest thing we were all waiting for, dailies, weeklies, and what are they gonna do about it? Well, apparently nothing. They just simply addressed that it exists and they're looking into it. But in my opinion, let me just share my experience with the homework, with the dailies and the weeklies. First of all, let's go to the dailies. This is my gunslinger, 1580, 5x3+2, pretty good gems, not level 10 gems because I cannot afford them, or rather I don't wanna even bother because they're not worth it, and I don't have Lost 30, that's just whatever. I do rested. I do rested on my main, I do rested on my alts. On some of my alts, I don't even do Chaos Dungeons because it's simply not fun. I only do what's fun, and that's Guardian Raids. The Artist is currently the only class that I do Chaoses every day, and that's because my goal is to be 1580, and after that I'm gonna start doing Rested as well. I have 13 classes, so I have spent some money, but I don't even play them, I just do low pang alts. And the only money that I spent in this game was for the Ark Pass, every Ark Pass basically, and I also bought the fucking card pack, what is it, back in the clown days to complete the Lost 18. This one, right here. I bought this like 3 times so I can get the extra bonus, so that's some money that I spent. But I've never spent anything to gain gold, I've never bought skins, so I'm completely like free to play plus. I don't think daily should be reduced. Maybe Chaos Dungeons should be reworked to be faster, less loading screens, and also remove that fucking timer because sometimes I disconnect from the game and it completely kicks me, and then by the time I'm back I've lost my Chaos entry, so that's a little bit annoying. But the only problem that I have with Chaos Dungeons is the silver basically. The biggest, most valuable resource in the game is silver, and I hate that Chaos Dungeons is the one that gives them. It's also low pangs, but I feel like it's not enough. Not everyone has so many characters that are low pang alts. Some people just have 6 characters. And if you have 6 characters, in order for you to get silver, you probably need to do Chaos Dungeons, and that sucks. So I wish they just added silver in raids, so you don't have to do Chaos Dungeons in order to get it. That's about it. Now, for weeklies and raids, I never really had a problem where I ran out of time doing raids. Like I'm already done with my raids as of now. Like all my gold earning raids are done. I don't have to do 5-6 on my Reaper. I don't have to do 3-4 normal on my Arcana, and on my Sork, whatever. I'm just gonna do a 1-2 Brer or a Vikas. I don't really care. But I'm done with all my raids already, and it's all about choosing which raids to do first and which raids are worth jailing yourself into, and if it's fun or not. Okay, you don't want to do raids just for the sake of gold, because that's when it becomes not fun and it becomes a jail, a boring, unfun, toxic jail. You only want to do 5-6. I still see people doing 5-6 Brel, and they just tilt. They just tilt so quick with like 2 wipes. It's like all over. Get me out. I need to find another group. Like, okay, sometimes shit happens. Sometimes there is an imposter, but most of the times it's just, I guess, unlucky deaths or whatever. And trust me, I'm super annoyed as well, because I hate Gate 5 in my opinion. Like, Gate 6 is my favorite raid, and then it's Triangle. But Gate 5 is like the worst raid in Lost Ark, and I wish they just fixed that shit. But when it comes to raid, just do what you like and prioritize the easy raids first and the jails later if you have the time. No need to FOMO, no need to min-max everything. Just play for fun and you'll survive, trust me. So this was my take regarding homework, weeklies, dailies, and how I do it. I am not the most efficient player in Lost Ark. As you know, I do make content and I spend thousands of gold every time a new class comes out just for the sake of content. So as you can see, I have raised classes that I pretty much dropped. I even bought the books on fucking Glavier. And Sork, I'm not even sure why I raised Sork, but yeah, like I am not the most efficient person in Lost Ark, and I'm still like super ahead. Like, I'm gonna be having 2 classes at 1580 very soon, and I could also have Reaper if I wanted to, but I'm not fucking crazy, okay? Like, I know. So anyway, you don't need to treat Lost Ark as a second job. Just do whatever the fuck you want. If you wanna be efficient, you can be efficient, but you can survive without going crazy. So anyway, let me know down in the comments what you agree, what you disagree with me and the event, and if you have anything new to add, please share. I'll catch you on the next one, and peace.